So this is the raw and uncut version of why I went away for a little while. Hey guys, welcome back. So I've been away for a little while. It's been about, I think, 4 or 5 months. For anyone listening, I haven't really spoken to too many people about this because I tend to live a very private life, to be honest with you, but this is, I suppose, my way of trying to be a bit more open, that's for sure. So why did I go away? I took about, as I was saying, about 5 months off because when I started producing this content, I was probably more in what would be, a peak in my terms of fitness and training and aesthetic specifically. I took a break because after that sort of period of time, I started to, I don't want to say rebound, but I wasn't adhering to the habits that got me into that position as well, simply because my social life came to things. So when I was in that sort of position in life, where I sort of looked the part, it was COVID. And for anyone who was living in Victoria, that meant there was stage 4 restrictions, which meant you could only leave the house for 4 things, which I think was work, exercise, taking care of a family member or something like that. Can't remember the other one. Medication, hospital, something like that. Nonetheless, the point is you couldn't actually leave your house pretty much. And I was very fortunate that, I had this gym set up. So my days pretty much just consisted of training, uni, and work, which, I actually loved at the time. But that meant my social life was nothing. And this isn't a rant about me having a social life and this, that, the other. It's more a point. And that's, you can adhere to some very strict fitness behaviors, let's call it. But at a certain point, they're going to conflict with what is your, lifestyle. And whatever that means for you, if that means going out once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever that means personally for you, you're going to have a standard that you like to adhere to in terms of your social life, other lifestyle habits. At that point in time, I did start to go out a bit more, and I had a great time. I don't regret any of the outings I had in the past 4 or 5 months at all. But I suppose the conflict sort of came where I was struggling going from being, chiseled to then not as chiseled and not enjoying the social life as much as I should or could have because I wasn't fitting that, typical mold of a personal trainer. I wasn't shredded. Just because I wasn't shredded, I'll pull up some photos here of what, I once was to where I am now. You would see me now and you'd say, hey, you don't look that bad at all. But this is the exact thing is, I think I did look really, really bad. And it was only recently, within probably the past week, 2 weeks even of me recording this, that I started to get a bit of a better headspace with it. Because you can go on Instagram, you can go on Facebook, you can go on YouTube, and you can find a million people more jacked than you. And you put value in the way they look more than perhaps my knowledge or my skill set or my believed skill set in this domain. And you start to second guess yourself because, you're like, wow, I don't look like them, do I even know what the fuck I'm talking about? Explicit there. So I took a break because it was just like, I second guessed what I thought I knew about the industry. And I've been coaching people up this whole time till now. It's sort of in the dark, And they've all had relative success, I'd say, till now as well. And I suppose it took this time for me to confirm that maybe I do know what I'm talking about. Maybe I have more worth than just the way I look. And that's, I think, been my biggest shift or change in message is that you don't have to be fucking shredded 24/7 year round. You're going to have periods of your life where, you're maybe more lean and periods of life where you're not so lean. And that's okay. You don't have to be shredded 24/7. What is the actual moral value of being that lean? I mean, it's really actually not good for your health being that lean. And you will go on Facebook, you'll go on Instagram, and you'll see a million photos of it, and you get disheartened because you're like, I'm not there. But that's not normal. You don't know what everyone did to get there. In terms of, it does take a lot of sacrifice to get to a position like that. And you got to choose what's worth sacrificing for. If you want to be that lean, like, cool, you know, eat your chicken and rice, get that lean, you know, don't go out. Cool, no one's stopping you. And on the opposite side is, if you want to still enjoy your life a little bit, you want to go see your friends, you want to eat out every now and again, there's nothing stopping you from doing that. There will be a point where your lifestyle and your fitness are going to conflict a bit. And it's just choosing that point and being happy with it. And I think the whole problem with the fitness industry and why I hate it so much is, like, I am a strong guy, you know? Like, I mean, it sounds like I'm talking myself up. I'm really trying not to. In terms of, I suppose, if you talk absolute numbers, you know, I'm pretty strong. You know, I do some pretty good PRs. Maybe I'll put some of those videos up here. And to me, that had no value compared to, you know, not having six-pack abs 24/7. And that speaks volumes, is like the dysmorphia in terms of, yeah, the body dysmorphia. Like, nothing was good enough. And the thing is, it probably never will be good enough. So at some point you got to decide, hey, this is, I do know enough, you know, I have enough value, I can actually do this. And then I decided to jump in and start filming again. And everyone I've trained till now has appreciated the stuff I've done for them. So it's validated what I think I know about the industry and my skills in the field. I just wanted to add there, I'm not negating hard work. It's kind of sounded like I did was for a minute there. I'm not negating hard work. You do need to ultimately choose that the value or the priority. You have to have a hierarchy of what's important to you. There will be a certain point where they conflict. You know, you do have to value fitness goals because, you know, that's life, longevity. It is good to be physically active. You probably shouldn't be going out 6 days a week because it will negatively impact your fitness. But at a certain point, you have to decide, hey, I can train 6-7 days a week, but of what merit or benefit is that than maybe saying training 5, actually enjoying the workouts, seeing some progress, and still being able to go and enjoy life there a little bit. It's a bit of a trade-off between fitness and lifestyle. I remember James Smith talking about the triad. You know, you got relationships, business, and fitness. Business being work, actual business, uni, whatever it is. Fitness being your goals, whatever they may be. And relationships being with whoever you want, you know, friends, family. Yep. It's slightly foolish to think you can have all three at all times. There is going to be a slight conflict. There's going to be times where you have one more than the other. Sorry, two more than the other. And that's okay. But in terms of fitness, you need to put the hard work in. It's not always going to be easy. You need to push yourself. But it's knowing that fine line. That is the caveat that I think I'd say. So I'm back and we're actually going to do this properly. And you know what? I'm in a much better headspace to do it than probably what I was 5 months ago. So if you listen this far to my rant, thank you for joining me. If you didn't, you know, oh well, that's life. You know, we can only take it from here. Keen to make some videos. Have a good day, everyone. Peace.